So if you want to drive the X location of your noise by just the time, then you just click here and say add driver, and input in the expression you just input frame, and you don't need any variables, you can just delete them here. And as soon as you move the frame timer, it will update the X location. Now, this is pretty big steps. So you will probably want to introduce a multiplier. So let's say 0.1. And now it moves way slower. And you can just input whatever timer you want in there, whatever multiplier you want in there. So you want it to move faster, you just go, I don't know, 1.5. And we want it to move slower, you just go, oops, 0.01. And then you get really slow movement. Now, this is not the best way to access this. Every time, click on the material, click in here, edit the driver. You can do this in a little smarter way, and that is by using a prop of the object to using a prop of the object instead of this multiplier. It's just a literal value 0.01. You could just type in speed, because that's what it is here, but then it says invalid Python expression because speed doesn't exist. So you need to create speed, and to create speed you add an input variable and call it speed. Now you cannot write a value in here. You have a limited number of options here, and you can do distance between objects, rotation difference, transform channel of specific objects. So you can use a single property, which we are going to use here. And a single property is a property you either create or one that the object already has. And in our case, we are going to create one, and then we're going to input that in that window. So to create a custom property, you go to the object properties, custom properties, and then you add it. And you could call this speed at a maximum, minimum, and you can set a default value. And then it's, oops, and you need to click OK, and not just click away like I did. And then this also shows up in the quick toolbar. If you hit N, then it shows up on the right, and then speed is right there. Just click on the object and it updates here. And you can use this to drive, to multiply the driver or the frame time in the driver. So right now it's still not working because we haven't chosen it. So we need to tell it on which object it is, the property, and then what the property name is. And this syntax is not speed, sadly, but it's because this is Python and this is how you access a key in a dictionary. It's like this. If you don't want to type this out, you can just click right here and say copy data path, and that will just put it in your clipboard, and then you can control V it right here. Now this is linked, so it's the frame time times the speed. So frame time times 1 right now. So it's a 1-to-1 relation, but we can now, while it plays, adjust the speed without having to edit the expression itself from just clicking the object, which is way better than just always having this open. So I hope this helped.